My name's Jef Taylor. I directed After You Left. And we have a lot of people here. We have Michael Tisdale, who was the lead actor, co-writer, co-producer. So, let's come down. We also have Ryan Dickie, who is our DP. Come on down, please.
Yeah, all the people that are involved with any of the films, please come down to the front.
What she said. We also have Robert Pearre, our co-editor. Come on down. And last but not least, Greg. Greg? Oh, he's right there. Greg Tobler, our sound mixer.
Hi, good evening. My name is Brian, and I went to 10 Lovebirds. And cinematographer Yana Rits is here. She's come from the UK, so maybe she'll come down as well.
Hi, I'm Moon Molson. I made Crazy Beat Strong Every Time. My DP, Jarin Blaschke, is here. He should come down if he has the courage. I have actors here. I have also Anthony Gaskins walking out with him. I also have Shawn. I'll thank you for them for that. I also have Jodi Redmond, producer, if she wants to come down. Steve Slanik, my brilliant sound designer, if he wants to come up. He doesn't have to. Okay, he's waiting. Thanks, Steve.
Hi, my name is Eliza Hittman. My film is Forever is Gonna Start Tonight. And I have two actors here, Viktoria, Vinyarska, and Yana Medvinskaya. And my editor is Callum.
Good evening, my name's Callum Cooper and my film was Little Brother. I'm here alone.
Hey there, I'm Dean Fleischer-Camp and I made Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Woo!
Marcel's co-creator Jarin is here with me.
Good evening, my name is Ioana Uricaru and I directed Stopover, and I have Monica, the lead actress.
Any questions? I'll try and get the mic to whichever one you want to talk to.
Yeah, I just want to compliment Jarin on your cinematography. That was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one After You Left, the dialogue in that, how much of that was actually written and how much of it was the actors?
It was mostly improvised.
Oh, was it?
It was mostly improvised. We had a loose outline. We just had like a list of scenes, me and Michael, and basically just said, this is what happens in this scene, and this is what happens in this scene, and then got together with the actors, and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it felt really organic, you know. It almost felt like there, you know, it was something that they would say.
Thanks.
How did the movie Stopover come to be?
This is actually based on a real fact that happened to the screenwriter who, well, it happened to him. We started talking about it, and you know, we kind of said, hey, this would make a cool little short film, and then he wrote it, and it kind of connected with, or to, all kinds of recent problems with immigration and illegal immigration in Europe. So, yeah, unfortunately, it came from reality.
Did you have to take a lot of takes on lovebirds?
No. We only had 15 minutes of film to make it with, and the actors. It was quite cold when we were making it. The only scene we got to do multiple takes of was just the final tracking shot, I think. Maybe a couple of second takes, but we didn't have much room for second takes. The actors, I think, really, I have to give them so much credit because they were fantastic.
Go ahead, the lady. You.
How did Marcel the Shell come about?
Well, do you want to tell this one?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Marcel's voice.
Yeah, this is also the voice of Marcel. Marcel, I failed to mention.
My name is Jenny, and this is my normal voice. And then this summer, I started to walk around our house, and I started to talk like this. And I don't know why, but I think because I felt very small at the time, and I thought that I didn't want to be a wimp about feeling small. And so Dean encouraged me to keep talking in that voice. And he told our friend that he would do a little film for her small comedy show in Williamsburg in Brooklyn. And so I just sat on the couch and I talked, and we thought of some jokes together, and then Dean animated it and edited it and did everything. He did everything. Yeah, and I just talked.
The last movie we watched, Great Deep Strong one. What inspired that movie? I mean, it was really gripping. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks. What inspired it? My friends growing up inspired it. Especially there was one friend that had he was African American, and he had a father that was an immigrant from Sierra Leone. And he was a guy that was very bright. He went to college in Russia, spoke like 4 or 5 languages. He really impressed us when we were kids, but the problem was he was an alcoholic. So he would get drunk and things would happen, and this is kind of an imaginary, kind of fictionalized version of something that happened.
Yes. This is for Moon. We're actually here because of you.
Thank you.
You told me that you had this 26-minute short, and I was like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
Right.
I was gripping my seat, covering my eyes.
This is a horror movie for you.
You captured such a tone, I think. Are you going to try to make this a feature, or are you just going to try to go on your new project, or what's your next step with this?
Well, I actually I developed the feature version of this in the Sundance Writers and Directors Labs in 2008. It's actually, the feature is actually based on the short. But what happened was I couldn't find money for the feature after about 1.5 years, 2 years, but then money for the short came in. So then I went back and did the short, which you see now. So now hopefully maybe the short will give the feature script some momentum in getting financing.
Yes. For Lovebirds, how did you find those actors?
The shopping mall. We were really lucky. We didn't have much time to do casting. And the 2 fellows, let me think. Beta is the male, the first male, the smaller one. He's the leader of all. Anyways,
You're all right, ladies and gentlemen.
in like a Czech sort of Frank Zappa-esque band. He's quite eccentric, and he did some ballet, and he has quite a bit of performance experience. And Maya, the girl, she was a good friend of ours, and we had another girl cast for it, but just the day before shooting at 2 in the afternoon, the other girl canceled. And so we were a bit screwed, but luckily Maya said she'd do it, and I think really, luckily she did. And the other fellow is also a theater actor here. So finding women was much harder than men for this film.
We have time for one more question. Yes.
For Little Brother, could you talk a little bit more about the collaboration with that family and how that came about?
Yeah, sure. It's a good question. I suppose I'm Australian, and this is a film that I did whilst studying in the UK. And it's based, really, the reason why I wanted to do it was because one of my earliest memories is meeting my father's brother, who was disabled, and my father had been estranged from his family, so there was a lot of separation. He didn't ever have the relationship with his own brother. So in some ways it's for him. But the collaboration, I suppose, was developed out of workshops, which I sort of wanted to. This is my first live action film. My background's in animation. And I sort of wanted to learn how to be an actor so that I could teach, so that I could be a director. So I joined theatre workshops in the area which I lived in, which was Clapton in East London, and I met this cast and combined the 2 stories. And I suppose over the course of maybe 2 months, I sort of approached them about the idea, talked to the family, and then I sort of merged my observations of living in London with their experience, and shared meals with them, cooked with them, and I don't know, it's kind of quite integrated. So I think maybe some of that personal aspects of the film come through, hopefully at least. Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight, and if they want to answer any more questions, I'm sure they're going to be out in the lobby area, so thank you.